Hey everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Happy Memorial Day to those of you in the States. I'm rolling solo, at least for now, for the beginning of this. I appreciate everybody taking some time. Those of you who are watching, again, it's a holiday weekend. I know most of our viewers are in the States, so if you took the time to stop by and check out the video, I appreciate it. I really do. So there's a lot to talk about today. It's just me, like I said, solo, at least for now. So let's get into what we're going to be covering. Obviously, today we have a lot of figure news. There's a lot of figure news today, kind of across the spectrum of different companies. And we'll get into it right now. So first of all, I just wanted to remind people, those of you who are channel members, I do appreciate your patronage, your support. In July, I almost said next month, July, we'll be doing Christmas in July. So this is exclusively for channel members. We'll be doing giveaways. We'll be doing trivia. We'll be doing some fun stuff, maybe some shots, maybe some drunken admins and hosts. So I'm planning on putting a pool together of different things, different figures, whether it's 1/12 or 1/6 or even, non-scale. And for those of you who are channel members, each person who is a channel member, you will be on the wheel. And for as many months as you've been a channel member in 2025, you'll get a spot. So if you've been a channel member every month, you'll have 7 spots. And when we spin the wheel, it'll be last man standing. So obviously, having more spots is better. It's more beneficial. If you're a member for 1 month, you get 1 spot. If you're a member for 3 months, you get 3 spots, so on and so forth. And we'll do this again in December. So if you join up now, if you're kind of teetering, wondering whether or not to become a channel member, channel membership is 99 cents a month. I put up videos exclusively for channel members. We do some streams exclusively for channel members. There's photos. Sometimes the Mafex information is exclusively for channel members. So those are some of the benefits of being a channel member. And again, as my way of kind of saying thanks, I try to do these giveaways now. So there'll be this one in July, and then there'll be another one in December, and your odds are greatly increased based on the number of months you are a channel member. So this will probably be towards the end of July. Hopefully there's some new figures, some cool figures that come out between now and then that I can add to the pool. We'll see. But I'll have a little bit of everything for people. So there might be some G.I. Joe stuff in there. There might be some Transformers stuff in there. There might be some Hot Toys in there. There might be some other 1/6 companies. There might be Mezco. There might be Mafex, Hasbro stuff. Just a whole bunch of different things for everybody. So again, it's my way of kind of saying thanks. I do appreciate people supporting the channel, and yeah, so that'll be in July. Just remember, if you were gifted a membership, you do get that 1 month that you were gifted as a name on the wheel. But if you want to continue your membership, I would appreciate it, and you do get additional months added on. So that's a little bit of the spiel for that. Let's just say hi to the people who are joining us on this holiday weekend. I do appreciate it. Do you have any idea when the InArt shipping out the Batman figures? So they said June. That's what I was told initially from some of the retailers, and so that seems to be, again, sort of the current schedule. So if it changes, we'll let the group know, and I'll let people know on the YouTube channel. But as of right now, yeah, that's really what it is. So the Amazing Spider-Man 2 figure releasing this month. I've made mention in numerous videos, whether they're live videos or they're other videos. It is not releasing this month. It is probably not releasing in June. It's probably going to be July or later. So May is, and I mentioned this about 2 weeks ago, May right now, they've kind of whittled it down to 2 original releases. That'll be The Flash and Kane. And those are both scheduled for Saturday, May 31st. I'll hopefully have both, or at least Kane. I'm still on the fence about The Flash. I'll have Kane in hand, hopefully Friday, and we'll have a review up maybe by the time most of you in the States wake up on Friday morning. But yeah, that the Amazing Spider-Man 2 figure, that is, as of right now, from talking to people, that seems to be pushed back to probably July or even later. So we'll see. Hey, Bones, thank you for joining. Appreciate it. Hey, Eric, Doppelganger. Eric is our longest standing channel member. I appreciate all the support, Eric. Eric's been a great guy and always contributing to both the Facebook group and here. So again, thank you guys for taking time out of your holiday weekend to join. So let's move this along. We'll start off with some Mafex stuff. So again, just a recap. We went over this the other day, but we'll go over it again. We have 3 solicitations for this month, 2 of the same character, different iterations, but, you know, 3 figures nonetheless. Hey, Mike, thanks for joining up. Appreciate it, Mike. Thank you very much. So we have the first iteration. This is from The Bride of Chucky. This is a very nice looking figure. Again, this is soft goods, and this is not 1/12 scale, even though it is on the Mafex line. The Mafex line is not exclusively 1/12 scale. They put out other figures in the 6-inch range, but they're not actually 1/12 scale. So, you know, just be aware of that. Some figures are a little bit bigger, some figures are a little bit smaller, but they're not exclusively 1/12. Now, this figure comes in, it's probably about, I don't know, I'd say maybe 5 inches, maybe 4.5. It's soft goods on the overalls, and it's got movable eyes. The figure, the first Chucky that came out, is a great figure. I got it. I made mention in the last stream. I got it because somebody had done some photography at Halloween and incorporated it into the 1/6 scale figures and said that it actually scales really, really well with 1/6. So, you know, again, I was on the fence, and it was sold out everywhere except for Project 1/6. They had some, so I went and I bought it. And again, I was very, very happily surprised by the quality of that figure. I don't like every Mafex. I don't. I let people know when I do and when I don't. But this one was a really good one, and it came out, you know, quite a while ago when their quality control was kind of, you know, it's kind of iffy, sketchy at best. But this one was a really good figure. So this is the new one, the iteration. This is from The Bride of Chucky. He has a speak and spell, which is very cool. He's got a shovel. He's got some, you know, assorted weapons. But yeah, being able to move the eyes, movable eyes, is great for, again, toy photography, or if you just want to do some sort of setup with your figures. So very cool, very nice. And, you know, moving his head around, putting his head down, dipping the eyes up a little bit. It's very cool. Now, again, I made mention before, it looks like the arms are going to be single jointed. You know, that's just the way it is. And I believe the knees are as well. So just kind of take that into consideration when you're making your purchase. Again, it is not an actual 1/12 scale figure. It is bigger than 1/12 scale. But, you know, you're not going to incorporate this into your Marvel or your Star Wars line and have him scale. He's going to be bigger. So if you do collect 1/6, this guy will fit in very, very well. Now, the other one is B, the Berserker figure. This one looks great. Comes with a bunch of weapons. Really nice. I know a lot of people are very excited about this. Seems that both figures will have changeable plates for the head. It seems that way. If you look at the figure, you can see seam lines on it, even here, especially in the figure on the right. You can kind of see that seam line going down the head, maybe about 1/3 of the way going back. So that seems to be the route that they're taking with these particular releases. Instead of giving us multiple heads, they're going to give us an assortment of weapons and just use the replaceable faceplates to give us different looks for the heads. Now it looks like the knees and the elbows are double jointed, which is great. Very nice. Again, you can see all the different weapons that you're getting with this figure. It's very good. And there's a look at the different heads. Now the Chucky from Bride of Chucky is scheduled for, if memory serves correct, it's scheduled for January 2026. This is scheduled for March 2026. And then we have the reissue, the renewal version. I don't know really what they could do other than maybe change the tone of the hair. Not really sure. Normally with the renewals, you get some sort of change. It's usually a color change. But you know, we won't know until it's in hand. For the longest time, I didn't know what the change was on the Peter B. That was the renewal version, same as the Miles, and it turned out to be just simply a different shade of coloring on the suit. So we'll see what it is for this one. Again, this is the one that I have. It's the renewal version. It's their way of skirting Japanese consumer protection laws, which don't allow them to reissue the same exact item at a higher price. So this one is going to be 14,000 yen, the same as the other, whereas the first one was, I'm going to say, maybe 8,500 yen. So it's almost double in price. Now, if you can find this one for under 14,000 yen and you're interested in the figure, definitely jump on it, because when the new one comes out, that'll be the standard going price. And again, this one's great. I really do love this figure. I buried it in my boxes with figures. I've got, I don't know, 12.5, maybe 16, 18 boxes here full of figures, both 1/6, 1/12, and then, other things. So I couldn't really locate them. I have to clean my area, rearrange my area. Hopefully, by the time July comes, I'll have a different look and maybe a better look. Better presentation for these particular streams. But this is a great figure. I really recommend it. I don't know about the Berserker. He looks great. I don't know about the Chucky from Bride of Chucky. He looks great, but I can't speak to this one. This one is a great figure. So I do recommend it if you skipped or missed out. Very, very nice figure. And again, he does come with this big box that the figure goes in, that you can reproduce. Again, 1/6 scale. This works excellent. It's very, very nice. Here I've got a mangled 1/6 figure, but you can kind of see from the movie, this is really in scale with 1/6. So definitely, if you're thinking about getting it, it works really, really well. And the fact that they have this box that he can go in, he can go inside here. I kind of broke my box a little bit, I think, when I was originally opening it. I'm probably going to break it even more now if I'm trying to open it again. But yeah, he does go right inside there. And it's just him. It's not the accessories or anything. This is simply for display. If you want to have him in the display for your collection. Of course, like now that I took it out, it's very hard to get back in. Of course, that happened. So anyway, these are the new solicitations for Mafex for the month of May. Yeah, speak and spell. Yeah. I don't think I had a speak and spell. I know people that did, but I don't think I did. I don't think I did. I had almost everything else in my childhood, but I don't think I had a speak and spell. So let's get right into this one. We'll move on to InArt. Let me share my screen for this particular one. Give me a second here, guys. I've got a ton of stuff opened up here. All right. So rather than save all these photos and kind of, continue to waste time making slides, this is the Black Myth. This is the Zhu Baji. Am I pronouncing that correctly? I'm not really sure. Bajier. From the Wukong IP. The figure looks really great. It was super surprising that this figure was or is basically $42. As you can see there, full payment US dollar 42. Shipping due now, or you can do $8 down, $34 due later, but I believe shipping due now. It's a great deal. The only issue is InArt is out of their mind, charging $25 for shipping. That's ridiculous. It's insane. So, if you go on Big Bad Toy Store, I think they're selling this for $49, and then if you live in the States, you can get the $4 shipping. So you'll actually save money buying it from another party than you would by ordering it directly through InArt. So, I would recommend doing that. But let's take a look at it. They did post an unboxing video, which hopefully means that this guy is going to be releasing soon. So hopefully we'll see. So you can take a look at the figure. Articulation is pretty good. Look at that. The jaw opens. It's very nice. Nice sculpt inside. It can shift over too, which is pretty nice. Good range on the head. Yeah, it's a very nice figure, especially for $42 with the sculpt, that articulation. You're paying way more for less with Super 7 than you are with this. It's just crazy. Look at that. You get inside articulation. So just a very nice looking figure. Very, very nice. What's up, KJ? KJ's always catching the replay. Rogue is delayed. Rogue is potentially coming out in June, unless something happens and it's pushed back. But yeah, Rogue has been moved back to June now for probably 3 weeks now. It's been pretty widely known. Yeah, Al's a busy guy. Yeah, he looks like a fun guy, funny guy. The way you can pose him, he looks pretty good. So again, people were asking earlier, the Dark Knight Rises Batman. Here he is. I'm like, I know I have him out here. The Christian Bale version. He'll be releasing hopefully in June. So if you have an order in for that, I wouldn't expect it before June. And who knows when in June? That's up in the air. But that was basically the timeline or the time frame window that I was told right at the beginning when these went up for pre-order. So, but this will be the second offering from InArt, and it looks pretty good. And if you didn't catch my video from their event in Tokyo back in January, you can see a bunch of the figures that they have on display, including this guy. So, so yeah, so it's very nice figure. I'll be grabbing. I actually ordered one from Big Bad Toy Store because the price is pretty good, and I'll hopefully grab one here. And InArt, if you're watching, you can always send me one for free. I'd appreciate it. You know, knock on wood, speak it into existence. So yeah, so this one is clocking in at $42. InArt, you are crazy, charging people $25 flat rate no matter where you are. I think actually Darek in the group, I believe Darek said that this was like close to $30 shipping to him in Sweden, which is just insane. Yeah. Gotta have them, man. Gotta have them. So yeah, so that was our InArt portion. This figure is up for pre-order now. You can obviously get it from other parties, you know, Gundamit, Bumblebee, 5K Toys, 1/6 Kit. They're all carrying it. But again, you get a pretty good price from Big Bad Toy Store. I'm no Big Bad shill, but they do offer some pretty good pricing here and there. And this one right now, $49 when the retail's $42. And instead of $25 shipping, you're only paying $4. That's a pretty good deal. So if you are looking to get this, that might be your best bet if you are in the States. So we'll see. We'll see what's going on. Yeah. So they have a bunch of stuff coming out. And, you know, whether it's 1/6 or the 1/12 stuff, it looks fantastic. It looks great. So next up, we have some Tamashii Nations. Tamashii Nations. So again, let's take a look. I tried not to download too many slides for today. It is early in the morning here, so I am not I'm not waking up extra early to do too many slides. So let me just figure out where I have my slides, and then we'll take a look. Here we go. Now, I don't know if you live outside of Japan, how accessible their Tamashii web page is. But we have some Dragon Ball stuff being re-released. We have a bunch of One Piece stuff coming out. And obviously more Gundam. But this guy in particular, very, very nice. Very nice. So let me move this back a little bit. So the price is 7,700 yen. That's including tax here for us in Japan. And the I guess in the States, you're probably looking at maybe $50, $50 US. Oh, hold on. This did a pop-up, so it's not being shown. Hold on a second, guys. Pop-ups when you're trying to share your screen don't always show up. Okay. So it looks pretty good. I've only watched One Piece a couple times, you know, randomly. I'm not very familiar with the IP. My kids have watched it. They like it. And I know a lot of you guys out there are big fans. But the sculpt looks great. You get some of, you know, this one down here. This one looks awesome. So the thing about Japanese IP that's offered through Figuarts, whether it's One Piece or it's Dragon Ball or it's Kamen Rider or, you know, different things like that in the Figuarts line, they do some great pricing. They do some great pricing for what you're getting, the articulation, the accessories, and so on. Now, their Godzilla stuff in the Monster Arts line is incredibly overpriced. It's ridiculous. I sort of stopped buying the Monster Arts stuff, and I've moved to Hiya Toys. Hiya Toys is a fraction of the price. It's not as articulated, but it's a better sculpt. It's a better look. So Hiya's winning in that category for me. Overall, it's just a better product that they're putting out for the consumer. But with that being said, again, we go too far. So it's just, you know, a whole bunch of great looking figures the Figure Arts puts out for all of these different lines. You get motorcycles if you're into Kamen Rider, or, you know, some really cool stuff for Ultraman. This looks great. Again, I'm not into this IP. If I were, I probably would probably get it. But, you know, it's not too late. I could probably start watching it and then buy it when it comes out. But it looks great. So, yeah, what is that face? So Jose is literally watching One Piece right now. And he has all of the SHF. A Balrog. Are we talking? Yeah, Lord of the Rings. Well, I mean, if they do the line and they don't give up on it, I would imagine that they would release a Balrog for in the Monster Arts line. I would imagine it would come out in that line because they'd have their sculptors, their artists working on it. Yeah, that's one reason I didn't get into it. I'm like, I looked at the number, I forget it. No way. No thanks. So Mikey paid €30. Nice. Yeah. Crazy expensive shipping. Crazy. It's ridiculous. It's way too expensive. So yeah. So that is something new there for that particular One Piece from Figure Arts. So Figure Arts, they're starting to announce a lot of their figures right now that are going to go up for pre-order June 2nd, Monday. So you should probably keep an eye out over the next couple days. I would say maybe Tuesday, Wednesday for you, not in Japan. Today's Tuesday. I can't keep track. Keep an eye out for different announcements that they're going to be putting out. I would have liked another Star Wars figure, but, you know, it wasn't meant to be. So moving along, We Like has a new iteration of Superman. So this one is, you know, it's called the Son of Krypton. This is 1/12. They put out one last year or earlier this year. I can't really remember when. This one is different. The suit is different. You know, some of the other things are different. You get two capes with this. You get a wired cape and you get a draping cape, which is very nice. I'm happy that it seems a lot of companies seem to realize that this is what collectors want, and they're starting to give it. So you can see the draping cape on the right, and then you have the articulated wired cape in the middle and on the left. Now, people have said, I've seen it online, that this head sculpt seems to be more along the lines of the Batman versus Superman rather than the Man of Steel. I'm not that nitpicky about how Henry Cavill looks in the movies, but some people are. Some people are really into them. So, you know, that's one thing that people are saying. So you can take a look and see the different accessories that he comes with. Not too much, but again, the figure wasn't ridiculously priced, as I recall. Their initial offering, I think it was like 8,000 yen, maybe 10,000 yen, somewhere along those lines. I could be wrong. For those of you who did pick this up, who are in the chat, let us know what you paid for it. for the first one. I never got it. I passed on it. This one came out around the same time. I think it came out a little bit before the Muff Clark Kent, but I think it came out after the Gong Toys, the Alex Ross looking Superman. So, you know, we were just inundated with different Supermans, and I just decided, you know, I'm only going to get one of them because I couldn't get that Alex Ross with those thighs. The thighs were just too much for me. And then this one, I think I saw an image in hand and I wasn't that impressed. So I passed and I ended up just getting the Muff. And I ended up getting two Muff. And I found my box. I couldn't find this last time. This is the brown suit. I still haven't opened it. I was looking for it last time and I ended up finding it. So, but I'll probably get this. I know James, you know, the infamous James we talk about all the time. He did grab this and he likes it a lot. So that's the most important thing. And that's one of the reasons I do reviews, because in hand is always the best course of action if you're looking to buy something. What are people saying who have it in hand? How does it look? So James likes it. He speaks very well of it. So I'm probably going to grab this once it does come out. I haven't seen anything on when it's coming out, what the pricing is, or anything, but it was just kind of announced, I think, last week. So stay tuned, everyone. Now, Remad Custom has been doing a lot of the Nolan-verse Batman stuff, and they are doing a Nurse Joker here, which for me, I am very excited for. Now, they put out a Bane. They actually put out two Banes last year, and I think it was reissued, and I don't remember if it came out yet. But they've done some other figures. I think they did a Ra's al Ghul as well. I can't remember. But Remad does some very nice low production run. They're a small company in terms of figures. So this Nurse looks great. I'm not the biggest fan of the exposed joints on the elbow, but you know, what are you going to do? But obviously we haven't seen a head sculpt. So the head sculpt will be the break for, I think, a lot of people, make or break. So we'll see, but it's nice that somebody's finally tackling this, because for all of the different figures, all the different characters that we've gotten from that universe, the Joker Nurse seems to be one of the ones that nobody seems to really want to make. So the fact that we are getting one is very exciting. I'm very happy about this. And again, if the head sculpt is pretty good, then I'll definitely pick this up. I'm surprised that back in the day, Medicom didn't make it for their Mafex line, because they seemingly made every other figure. But, you know, we'll see. So this is just a teaser image, no information yet on it. So, but it is something that's making the rounds online and people are excited for it. Now, here we go. Here we go. Now, this one was announced, or they started dropping some information about the LPZZ Arkham Knight Batman, along with other figures from the line, but we're only going to focus on the Batman here. They started releasing some of this information around the same time InArt was dropping their Dark Knight Rises Batman, and we saw that they were also working on an Arkham Knight Batman. So this is, I'm going to say, maybe back in January. Now, this guy looks so good. A lot of people weren't happy with the Arkham Knight Batman that came out from Kyoto, from the Revoltech Amazing Yamaguchi line. I don't mind it. You know, I have him in a power pose. So, you know, he's never going to be standing up next to any other 112 figures. So the fact that he's not proportional doesn't affect me or doesn't bother me at all. But this guy is proportional. As you can see, he looks great. He looks great. The head hasn't been painted yet, but you do see at least the bare bones of the figure. We don't really see too many accessories. So we see him crunched over. We can see the head from different angles. He does look very, very good. And the colors really pop. Nothing about the black is dull or muted. It's a really nice figure, very well painted. And here we see again different sides of the head. The head sculpt looks pretty great. Of course, you know, heads can be destroyed with bad paint, so we'll see how it comes out. But judging by the body, the paint that's applied to the body, I have high hopes that this is going to be a banger and probably up for contention for figure of the year. So we'll see. We'll see. This looks really good. Again, they've shown off some other figures that we're not going to talk about. The images weren't very great, so I didn't want to include it here. But this particular Batman does look really good. A caveat with this is that the range going up, which you can see on the left, that's definitely them trying to show off the range. Going up, not much at all. Going down is pretty good. Going up would have been nice to have a little bit more range there. But going down is good. The fact that it can do at least one is good. If it can't do either, then you know you're looking at a CY7 Batman, and that's too bad. So yeah, this does look sick. It looks great. It really does look great. I can't remember anyone doing the Nurse Joker. I mean, you know, there's been some custom 1/6 stuff, but I don't recall a company putting out a figure. I don't remember one. If anybody remembers one, let me know. Yeah, it looks awesome. It looks awesome. And the price on it is really good. So I think I ordered a few of these. You know, just kind of seeing like who ships it out first, right? Like I have it through different companies. Whoever ships it out first, you get my money. Whoever sends me an invoice first, you're going to get my money. And you know, maybe I'll grab a second one for that members, Kaiju Daddy channel member waffle Christmas giveaway in the future for December. Not July. Obviously, it's not out yet, but this should be out this year. It should be out hopefully soon. But if it's a great figure, I'll try to pick a second one up for the channel members. Yeah, they're killing it. I've seen, again, if you haven't seen some of the other photos kind of making the rounds in which they show off some of the other figures, definitely do that. And again, if you don't like the face sculpt, he is masked. You can do the masked head as well, which seems really good. Hey, Ian is here. Well, again, the Yamaguchi was a little bit short and his arms were a little bit long. So yeah, I did see that photo. I couldn't remember where I saw it. I was trying to put it and include it in here, but I was pressed for time. I think proportionally he looks better than that Yamaguchi. I don't remember the Yamaguchi being actually scalable with most 1/12 figures. So I could be wrong. My memory could be wrong, but I think he was a little bit shorter. So we'll see. Hey, Curtis, this looks good. Yeah, the Arkham games are fun. You know, let's just acknowledge that we are living in a great time to be 1/12 collectors, between the articulation, the engineering that allows for great articulation, and now finally companies are starting to give us great head sculpts. I mean, you know, let's be honest. Like this is 1/6 quality head sculpt. Hold on a second. Let me put my light on. You can see it better. Woo! Woo! So, I mean, that is 1/6 quality head with the articulation and the range and the price of a 1/12 figure. So, very good. Very good. Great time to be a 1/12 collector. Absolutely. Definitely. So, Hot Toys. What do we got with Hot Toys? Hot Toys. So, Hot Toys, just quickly, they showed off 2 figures yesterday. Both are a 2.0. One is a deluxe and one is a regular of Predator 2.0. So we'll take a look at the Predator. Let the image load up. So this is the deluxe. He looks awesome. He really does look awesome. The only question is going to be, what is the price going to be on this thing? So we'll see. Now I think maybe 3 Predators. I have 3 Predators. I'm passing on the Prey. That's releasing now. But I don't have a regular Predator. I never grabbed the regular Predator. So this will be, this is a must-have if you get a Predator. You need the original Predator. And hopefully it means we're going to get a Dutch. Hopefully. But he looks great. So the deluxe one, it comes with an alternate mask. And it comes with a base, a different kind of base. The base looks kind of stupid. The mask looks pretty good. This is the mask here, I believe. You can take a look at it. It's a little bit kind of weather damaged. But, you know, how many people display the Predator with the mask on? Come on, like this is why people want the Predator. You want to see his face. So this is a must-have for me. I need this. I absolutely need this. Very welcome surprise. Very happy that they're giving it to us. I don't know the specifics off the top of my head. If some of the weapons are going to be die cast or not. They were in the previous one. But yeah, look at that. Look at that head sculpt. That looks awesome. You can see all the different accessories and the look. So this is that base. Again, looks kind of silly. Do I really want to pay more money for the base? I don't think so. I'll probably get the regular one. But this is the deluxe either way. So again, taking a look, these are what you get with the deluxe. So these skulls are part of the base. This is the base, and this is that extra mask that you can get. So it looks great. Again, I don't know how many 1/6 collectors we have here, but if you are a 1/6 collector, you gotta have a Terminator, you gotta have an Alien, and you gotta have a Predator in your collection. You definitely need it. Yeah, the Yamaguchi was short. Yeah, he was a short figure, and his arms were extra long. I thought he looked like a gorilla. So when you have him in an action pose, a power pose, I had him, kind of in the superhero landing with that wired cape kind of flowing in the back. He looked awesome. But if you want to have him kind of, standing, let's just say, standing like a regular figure, it's, he's not going to fit in. He's not. But you get your figures to serve a purpose in your collection. So some people want museum poses like this, and that's what 1/6 is really for. Some people want to have dynamic posing and reproduce diorama scenes or whatnot. That's where you go with 1/12. And some people are kind of still stuck on the 1/18th, and that's fine. 1/18th, you get bigger world building, you can, you have more vehicle options, you have just different things. So, yeah. Arkham Joker, no, they haven't. So hopefully InArt or LPZZ will do an InArt Joker, Arkham Joker. So, yeah, it doesn't seem like they have the license for DC to the States. So if you want to get that InArt, you're going to have to buy them from an overseas supplier, overseas retailer, in order for you to get them to ship it to you. Yeah, not directly, like Eric says. They did announce a Stitch. Hold on. The Stitch was... It's not clicking for me. I don't know why it's not. The Stitch, if you're into Disney, I would imagine that you're probably going to get this. He looks great. If you have the Grogu from the Mandalorian, maybe putting these guys together might be cool. But yeah, they did announce a Stitch. Here it is, if you want to take a look at it. Yeah. So that Predator was at Comic-Con, and he looked awesome. He really did. I don't know if I like it more than the Samurai one, though. I mean, that Samurai one looks pretty good. Okay. Special edition Predator. Which one? From Hot Toys? Are they making one? I can't remember. Maybe I saw something before. Bones, thank you for bringing that up. It's hard to keep up with all the different companies. There's like stuff being thrown against the wall, 2, 3, 4, 5 times a day, and it's hard keeping up. But yeah, I mean, it makes sense if they would. InArt hasn't shown off one. I don't think they've announced one, but LPZZ is definitely making other figures. They're not just mirroring what InArt is doing, which is great. But yeah, the Stitch looks great. He's bigger than a regular 12-inch figure from Hot Toys. Bigger than 1/6. What is he, like 18 inches or something like that? Like a foot and a half, something. Ear to toe. It looks pretty good. Arkham Joker, Deathstroke. I know they're doing a Deathstroke. I do know that. The Arkham Knight and a Harley. Really? A Harley too? Okay. I didn't know that they were also doing a Harley. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. So yeah. So there you go. So that's your Hot Toys news. Other news, the other thing that I kind of wanted to talk about, let me pull it up. Give me a second here, guys. Just got to find it. I didn't want to do it on Facebook simply because Facebook, I get too many messages and I don't like the pop-ups. So maybe I'm being blocked. Yeah. I had it all queued up and now it's gone, and I don't know what I did, and I probably just ended up closing it or something. I don't know. Give me a second here, guys. That's not it. Be cool having 1/6 and 1/12 next to each other. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I made mention when I did the review of the Muff Batman here, having him next to the Hot Toys one. Put this up here. Having him next to the Hot Toys one, I actually prefer this one. I think this one is a much better figure than the Hot Toys version. You can pose this guy. The head sculpt is solid. It is a leather jacket, but the accessories and the articulation for this one kill the Hot Toys. And when you have them next to each other and you can see, you understand that. 1/6 stuff looks awesome, but that's all it is. I mean, it looks great, but you can't play with it. And that's sort of the issue that I have as a collector. I want to be able to move around my figures. I want to be able to, I want to be able to just display stuff in action poses in a way that, is fun. That's all. So yeah, anyway, I was going to show off the Blitzway Ghostbusters. So I'll probably just show a photo. They did a video, and I don't want to use the Facebook to do it, because I don't think that it is. It's good for us, but they're. Their figures look pretty good. Let me show this. So you can see you are getting new sculpts. Right here. So you get a look. It's coming in June. It's coming next month, which we're kind of worried about the pricing. Now, Present Toys has released their first two figures, which I think I'm not even going to say. They did release two. So there's 4 Ghostbusters, obviously. I think one of them is Venkman, and I don't remember who the other one is. I don't remember. But they released those maybe a week ago. Or at least I got charged from different vendors a week ago. They sent me the invoice. And I held off because it was just perfect timing on Blitzway's pot that they announced that they're going to be doing or releasing or soliciting the new figures next month. So this is good. This is exciting. I do have the original set from Blitzway from 2018 or something like that. They're some of my favorite figures. They're great. I know a lot of people love Ghostbusters, and that set, you could buy a 3-pack of, I guess, the first 3 Ghostbusters, and then you could buy a deluxe pack, which also had Winston and the Slimer. I got that one. I got all 4. It was like $1,000. And this is back when Hot Toys figures, if you were getting 4, would cost you $750, $800 max. So the fact that 7-8 years ago this was $1,000 set, people are kind of worried. What is this set going to cost? So I'm a little bit worried, but as long as we get a little bit of time to save up some money, it's not going to drop soon, and we'll kind of take it from there. But I'm very excited for it. I love the Ghostbusters. I might still also get that Present Toys set to use to kind of to weather, maybe put some marshmallow on them. Have a little bit of an action scene. But the sculpts on them are kind of, they're suspects. So if you want good sculpts, go with the Blitzway. The Blitzway is definitely the way to go in terms of sculpting. So anyway, so that's that. Now, what's on my radar? So these are things that I have either coming in, I anticipate coming in, or are going to be happening. So there's three things. First, we are less than a month away for the Medicom Toy Exhibition 2025 announcement. So they will announce this around June 20th, and we'll know which dates it will be in July. So as you can see, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. It's like a week-long event. They have a ton of figures that they put on display. I'm going to say 60 to 80. Easily 60 to 80 figures. And this year, we should be hopefully seeing some prototypes of some of the figures that we made mention of in a previous stream are being worked on, as well as hopefully some of the Matrix figures that they tease they're going to be doing when they showed off the license at the last event. So I don't really care about that Joker. That Joker, he had his day in the sun, and I'm kind of past that. But Matrix figures by Medicom in the Mafex line, I am excited for that. I definitely am. So this should be, again, around June 20th. They should be announcing it. And, it should be around the same date, around, July 20 to 24, somewhere starting around there. So I'm very excited for this, and this is my first thing on my radar. My second thing, the Mondo Ghostbusters. Speaking of Ghostbusters, this is the 1/12 line. These are the deluxe. I didn't pre-order the deluxe. I got the regulars. So the deluxe include those two big ghosts or demons on either side. The regular is just Peter and Egon, and then Slimer and that other ghost, the smaller versions. So the deluxe is like $200, and the regular versions are like $100. I think you can still order them both on Mondo and Big Bad Toy Store. But these are scheduled for release in June. I'm hoping they stick to that schedule because I really, really want them. I think they're both scheduled for June. So we'll see. Last I checked, they were. So this is also on my radar. Really looking forward to them. Yeah, they do look pretty goofy. but I have the Ecto 1 coming in. And I got my kids the Hasbro 6-inch Ghostbusters a couple years ago for Christmas. I don't know where they are. They're probably broken all over the place at this point. My kids break everything. But I do want Ghostbusters for my Ecto 1. And I don't really want the Ghostbusters 2 figures for the Ecto 1. So having maybe these guys with it might be pretty good. So I am looking forward to that. And number 3, I have a Droideka on the way. I am very, very excited for this. I ordered 2, but I'm probably only going to be able to buy 1. A Droideka. I mean, how long have we been waiting for this? This is awesome. So I'm really looking forward to this. I've seen some reviews. They look awesome. And hopefully it just it it nails the landing, so to speak. So a lot can go wrong with a figure that's so mechanical like this, but I am really looking forward to it. So recap, the Metacom event, the announcement will be in June. The Mondo Real Ghostbusters figures, the first two should be dropping in June, and my Droideka should be here hopefully by week's end. So exciting times, exciting stuff. So with that, just a reminder one more time, I am doing that Christmas in July, which will be next month. If you are a channel member, make sure you keep your membership up to date, because you don't want to miss out. Everybody who's a member, every month you're a member, you get a spot on the wheel. It's a last man standing type of thing. When we did it in December, we had, it took me about 2 hours to get through it. And I had less members back then. So, hopefully it doesn't take me more than 2 hours. Last year we did the whole year. So everybody had 12 spots or more. And this year it will be 7 spots or less, depending on how long you've been a member. But also we've been doing some things in the Facebook group that allow people to get extra spots on the wheel, whether you're a member or you're not a member. So for example, Al had posted a photo contest for Star Wars. So the top 3 vote getters for that will each have a spot on the wheel. And so, we'll do this and hopefully some people can get some great stuff. And if you don't like what you got, maybe you can trade with somebody who got something else, So there's not going to be just one winner. We'll probably do 2, maybe 3 winners of different things. Not everybody's going to have the same pool. There'll be a kind of a grand pool of prizes that maybe 1, possibly 2 people have access to. And then there'll be another thing a little bit smaller that everybody will have an opportunity to get. So, yeah, the Droideka looks awesome. Looks great. Yeah, cockroach vibes. Yeah. I mean, I see it. Yeah. So with that, I'll say thank you everybody for watching. I do appreciate it. Kept it to about an hour since it was just me. So happy Memorial Day one more time to everybody. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your... Look at this clown. Look at this clown joining right when I'm ready to say bye. So I hope everybody enjoys the rest of your evening and take care. I'll see you all hopefully next week. Next week we'll be doing 6 figures a month, and Figure Fight Club will be joining us. Always great to see what he picks up. He's got a very diverse palette of toys that he likes to collect. So make sure you tune in and see you then. Bye guys. Thank you.